But Olivia has never reached out to me privately or personally or just us two to ever speak about anything. See, for me, when y'all have your private group chat and y'all get together, it should be like I imagine it to be like a filtering system.
Mm-hmm. Joe can be very problematic, but I do not think at this point in his career he's really looking for any other issues with women.
He's had enough of that.
I feel like he's had enough of that.
We still got other people to worry about, like R. Kelly, y'all. Okay?
Yeah, there's much worse. Microaggressions are real, but come on, people. Like,
it's real.
Sometimes it's just flirty.
Bridget, you have reached out twice. Mm-hmm. The first time it was very important. The second time was Clubhouse stuff. I don't care. I don't care. Sorry. Mandy, we talk a lot.
Too much.
We talk a lot. So what do you want me to do? But, you're unique because we probably should speak more.
13 minutes and 48 seconds. Joe calls me out by saying, I've never reached out to him privately or personally. This information is important to this entire scenario because it proves my lack of familiarity with this person. And that is what makes everything that transpired after that so uncomfortable. At 14 minutes, 34 seconds, there's an edit in the recording because Joe says him and I should speak more because, quote, he's been wanting to fuck me since we've met.
I do know there was a blanket apology given.
Me, Joe Budden, along with the Joe Budden Network, owe Olivia Dope an apology.
My biggest issue is when people come out of the woodwork at convenient times. There's a lot of attention on the podcast, and if you guys aren't familiar, she was one of the 3 women on See the Thing Is Pod. In general, Dope, she seems like she has great energy. She's from Brooklyn.
Flatbush,
we love it. And she left very suddenly. I thought the episode in question looked uncomfortable. However, it just looked awkward, the way a lot of podcasts can look when additional energies and personalities are on the show. So I wasn't getting a sexual harassment vibe. I don't know if you were when we were watching it.
I didn't get a sexual harassment vibe, but I did get someone reaching, as in trying to form a conversation or a connection, but through his own dark sense of humor. You have to put a cap on certain things until you're able to gauge the whole situation or the person that you're dealing with.
Yeah, you need to build a rapport with someone.
Which is why Joe put out the response video apologizing, because he can't assume that his likeness and approach will work on everyone.
Everyone in the studio, including production staff, laughed uncomfortably while one of my co-hosts confirmed that to be true.
We probably should speak more because we had the least dialogue.
Right.
So I don't know. I never know. I don't know your triggers. I don't know what makes you feel. I don't know what makes you not feel.
And I like that.
By default,
I like people not knowing.
By default,
That's
made of like
mechanism.
stone.
It is a defense mechanism.
But we have
but as a black woman in business, that has to be my defense mechanism.
A lot of this, the same way I feel like Joe's videos, a lot of it is about leadership or lack of leadership instead of the specific details. I do think that as a woman of color, especially in these spaces, you have to create the boundaries. But even in this moment of Joe saying, I don't know how you feel, I don't know what,
He's clearly giving you a chance to cut this off right now, and we can switch up the whole dynamic. Literally, we can keep it proper. If you are familiar with me and my network and how I converse with other personalities, I tend to go there. And if you're not willing to go there with me, let me know now. Blink twice.
Yeah, so I just feel like she's stretching it because in this moment you're seeing Bridget saying, yo, that's a defense mechanism, maybe because she knows her personally. And she's actively saying, no, I like that. I like that you don't know anything about me. So it's like you're almost, I'm hesitant to say inviting because I feel like that can really lead us down into something. So I don't want to say inviting. However, I do think you need to personally dictate what you expect from others.
And just looking at this footage and your mannerisms and your facial expressions.
Super animated, super receptive.
Yes, you're not giving us any signs of help. Once again, we are not trying to say this is not what you are feeling in this very moment. We are just saying from how you are wearing it and how you're selling it.
Nobody will know if you don't speak up.
Please address everything and everyone accordingly. Let it be known then and there so people know how to address you. Don't worry about how people will view you. They will know how to address you, and that is all that matters.
There was this pod, and then they had 3 more weeks of podding, and then she didn't show up the 3rd or 4th week, just like out of the blue.
Olivia, from one Haitian to another.
She's not Haitian. So scratch that out. She's Guyanese.
Okay, from one islander to another.
Not Guyana's not an island.
Islander.
Guyana's not an island.
Okay, from one West Indian to another West Indian. I'm trying here.
The energy doesn't match up, and it's just we have to, in this politically correct universe, sometimes we have to call bullshit.
I'm a watcher. I observe my situations, my surroundings, and that's how I learn.
But so both of y'all out here just observing? It's 5 versus 5?
But what I'm saying is,
That's the craziest.
this is when the therapist would say that our defense
Literally 5
mechanisms,
versus 5.
Yeah, that's how we do.
Our defense mechanisms are working against each other, and it shouldn't.
100%.
It shouldn't be that
It
way
is.
because we're same team, and that normal instinctuality that you have as a black woman in the workplace shouldn't exist when you're working with a black man.
Gotcha.
So that
should be a safe
that
space.
should be put to the side just a little bit is all I'm saying. I try to make myself available for you guys.
Right here again, this is Joe giving you a chance to say, hey, I am uncomfortable and I do not want to continue with this. He identifies a defense mechanism at the moment and he wants to calm that friction however he can while trying to maintain a show. So can you work with him? Are you trying to work with him?
At 21 minutes, 30 seconds, Joe tells me to hit a button, bitch, because I didn't hit a sound effect fast enough.
Yo, but why don't y'all take a minute to just talk about how great the Girl, I Guess trailer was.
Here you go.
It was good.
What?
It
Come
was
on,
good.
come on.
Yes,
come
clap
on.
it up. Yes.
Come on,
It was good.
Then hit a button, bitch. Go ahead.
Call me a
Is how he delivered it.
It's
It
the
was a
delivery.
friendly bitch.
It's the delivery.
Like he's about to probably get to, it really does sound like from one gay brother to a sister bitch type vibe. Like,
I can be very critical of Joe. I am a fan of Joe, but I can be very, very critical of Joe. And I just feel like sometimes you have to read between the lines, man. Like, not every compliment, not every aggression, not everything needs to... I mean, sometimes you have to use common sense, bro. There have been plenty of times where I don't like what someone says. Discomfort is subjective. So what makes one person uncomfortable doesn't make another person uncomfortable. Not only did you wait 2 weeks, but presumably you didn't report it, you didn't make anything, nothing came out about this. We're now 3 months later. You look like an opportunist, bro, and I'm here for the woman, and I get that men can be douchey and gross sometimes, but realistically, you weren't in danger, you seem to be playing along. Everybody else that was in the room is saying, we asked you, are you okay? Are you okay? I mean, there's only so many times you can ask somebody something, and if they don't want to stick up for themselves, man, it's not your problem. It's up to you as a grown-ass woman. This woman is a mother. I think she's in her 30s. I'm sorry. At this point, you need to learn how to stand up for yourself, because you talk a big game about your energy and about this
how
and
you
how
stand
you move,
up and how strong
and
you
when
are.
they're bitching about guys, you're like, I don't even have those problems anymore because I moved
got
differently.
plenty of footage, yeah.
This is some pussy shit, because if it was really an issue, you
She
could have
said
said
it.
something. You could have said something, even if, I'll give you the 2 weeks. Put out a statement the next day. But you want to claim, you want to give some false video with some fake tears on the same week of a bunch of nonsense targeting this network?
There's an expiration date.
The world doesn't owe you shit. Everybody needs to speak up. If you feel uncomfortable, I'm never going to say that she didn't feel uncomfortable. Regardless of what she said, how she acted, if that was self-preservation, I don't know. But there is an expiration date on people giving a shit.
And there's a way to go about things. And the way you went about it was unprofessional
And it seems opportunistic.
and disingenuous.
Yeah.
Joe, I just want you to know that we're really trying. We're really trying to keep
Joe,
you in a good life.
Fuck shit this
you did a lot of
so
fucked up shit.
So you're not off the hook.
Like, this shit really could have fucked you up in other aspects. You still got other areas that you need to clean up.
Yeah.
And I hope that gets settled soon and you guys can make your way back. Maybe not to the platform, but maybe a relationship again. Olivia, I am sorry if you truly felt like you went through this experience with Joe and the network. Once again, I get it. You deserve to be heard. Miss Olivia, we gotta do better. Mr. Joe Buddens, we gotta do better.
Budden.
Mr. Joe
Why
Budden.
are you adding an S?
Mr. Joe Budden, we gotta do better.
We
but
miss
it's
you.
going to be a while. We do miss you.
We love Ice and Ish, but give them their own show.
Yes.
Get Rory and Mal back on the JBP. I watch her show.
Out here.
I'm an avid fan.
Yes, she loves you, Joey.
And clearly I'm passionate about it. We are not a fan of, what's the shit with Karen Civil in them? I'm gonna put that out there.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, that shit's trash.
It's sure.
We love See the Thing
Is, they grew on me at first. I wasn't
Yeah.
really rocking with y'all. I used to say a lot of things. This shit.
I feel like they were really trying to make this person comfortable. So it's frustrating because imagine you're that person in the moment, like, yo, I feel like something's wrong. And, you know, you go to your friend who you consider close and you're trying to check up on them and they're telling you, yo, I'm good.
Yo, you good?
I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Every single person goes to her and asks her if she's okay. Are you comfortable? Are you cool? Because that was a bit much. Joe asked, are you okay? Because that was a bit much.
Checking and double checking and triple checking. And it's like, well, at what point, you know, it's this is not some victim blaming thing, so I don't even want to see that. At what point do we have to acknowledge that there needs to be accountability on that accuser's part?
We're establishing a level of how we feel about what's deemed sexual harassment, because we exist in an era and in a time when we're not.
That's where we going?
Yes, because we're not supposed to question any of it now.
Right.
And we're trying to have real discussions. Just to know that our personal views sometimes
May not go with everyone's, and
but
that's
also
why.
I wanted to say a lot of the times it does go with people. It's just that we're trying to start a conversation, so don't get looped up if it sounds problematic or whatever.
It's not going to be easy.
No judgment. We just want to get there.
This is a safe place for conversations like this to exist. So, once again, I'm Chris.
And I'm Rella.
And this is Slick Talk Reviews. And we'll see you guys next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah. 100-round drum with a scope. Hit a nigga right in the throat. Voodoo baby, no go. Militant nigga, I be on go.